If you follow the luxury market here in Las Vegas, then you probably already saw this one. I did a video about it on my Instagram. Rich Barton, the co-founder of Zillow, just became an official Vegas resident. And I want to talk about why that matters, because it says a lot more about where this market's heading than one single move usually would. So let's get into it. Barton announced it himself in early June on X. He said, and I'm paraphrasing here, that the kids are launched, empty nest has been achieved, and he's excited to start his next chapter. He framed it as a lifestyle decision after decades up in Seattle. This is all according to reporting from the LVRJ, the Review Journal. Now here's why that name matters. Rich Barton isn't just anybody. He's the co-founded Zillow about 2 decades ago, and he's still the company's co-executive chairman. He also co-founded Expedia, and Forbes put his net worth somewhere around $1.2 billion. So think about that for a second. The man who built the largest home search platform in the entire country, the guy who has more housing data at his fingertips than almost anybody alive, looked at the whole map and he chose to put his own flag right here in Las Vegas. So let me give you a few reasons why Vegas most likely made that make sense for him. And these are the exact same reasons that I'm hearing from many of my relocation clients almost every single week. So the first reason, and this is a big one, and everybody's been touching on it, is taxes. Washington now has a 9.9% capital gains tax that's already hitting high earners, and there's a new millionaire's tax set to take effect by 2028. Nevada, on the other hand, has no income tax, no capital gains tax, and no estate tax. So for somebody sitting on a 9 or 10 figure balance sheet, that's definitely not a small difference. That's generational money staying in the family instead of going out the door. Real quick, if you guys find this type of info useful, then please hit the like button and subscribe, comment, tell me your thoughts. And then when you want more straight talk on the Las Vegas market, let me know. It genuinely helps the channel and it keeps this content coming. It lets me know that you guys like this stuff. Okay, let's get back to it. All right, second reason is mobility. As one local luxury sales director put it, when California and Washington keep raising taxes on these individuals, they become mobile. They can live wherever they want, and Vegas is the one benefiting from that. Now, Barton doesn't need to be tied to Seattle anymore, and when you can genuinely live anywhere on Earth, the map starts pointing right here. The third reason is that this is not a one-off, it's a pattern. Barton is following other Seattle ultra-wealthy who've already headed for friendlier states, including the former Starbucks CEO, Howard Schultz, who left for Miami earlier this year. And the local numbers back it up. One broker noted that for every California luxury buyer in the 10 million plus range, they're now seeing roughly 2 Seattle buyers in the 5 million plus range. That tells you that the migration of wealth into Vegas is real and it's starting to accelerate. And the fourth reason is simply value and lifestyle. Buyers in the $1 to $2 million range generally get substantially more square footage here than they do in most coastal luxury markets. Okay, now pair that with everything else that this city has going for it. The sports teams, dining, growth, and communities like Summerlin and Henderson, and you end up with a place that competes on lifestyle, not just on the price. So what does all of this actually mean for you? If you're watching this market, look, one move by itself doesn't define a trend. I'll be the first to say that. But when someone with Barton's resources and his access to nationwide housing data chooses Vegas, that's a signal worth paying attention to. The wealth is moving, the tax story is very real, and our market is increasingly on the national radar for exactly these kinds of buyers. So if you're thinking about a move from California or the Pacific Northwest or New York, or you just want to understand what's really driving these numbers in Summerlin and Henderson, then please reach out. I track this market every day, and I'm always happy to walk you through what it takes with no pressure. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.